Yo, welcome in, everyone. Damn, when I said this game was Russian, by the way, boys, I meant it. This game is Russian. What the heck? I can't even read nothing, bro. This game is Russian, bruh. Like, Vladimir Putin Russian, dude. Let me go back over to this side. Welcome in, guys. We have the classic more variety goal. If you guys enjoying these type of varieties, consider dropping a donation. It is not cheap to get a new game every variety, play it, you know, and streaming is my career and all that too, so I appreciate it if you guys support it. Here we go. But no, I'm kidding, guys. You can actually switch it to English. Have you played any horror games by Puppet Combo? I'm not sure. Can you name off some for me? Drop some likes though, guys. Drop some likes. Where's everyone at, guys? Is everyone lurking? Wakey, chat. Where's everyone at? I don't want to get started until everyone's here. So this game is called Banebush. I don't know much about it, but it was rated pretty well, you know? Wait, what? What? English didn't even work when I clicked it. Wait, what? English didn't work. I'm clicking ENG. There we go, there you go. I have to click it like 5 times, bro. This shit is getting scary already. What is a Banebush? I'm gonna Google real quick what a Banebush is. What is a Banebush? Apparently Banebush isn't a real thing. There's a Baneberry, but there's no such thing as a Banebush. Yeah, wakey, bro. What up, Alan? How you doing? Splat, Fernando, ZZ, Wish, Crimson. What up, Gray? Alright, everyone ready to get started? Drop a 1 if everyone's ready to get started, boys. Half y'all clowns still asleep. Here we go. Alright, we're getting ready to rock and roll. We got... Okay, here we go. Come on. Come on. Get in here, everyone. Get in here. Let's go, let's go. I just screenshotted the game on accident. I have no cursor in this game. I'm gonna just do settings. About. Settings. Auto read delay, skip text, read all, graphics, brightness. It doesn't show me my cursor for some reason. Oh, you guys see my cursor, but I don't see my own cursor. So that's kind of weird. Okay, let's go. Is the audio good? Too loud, too quiet? It's a little bit loud for me. Is that good audio? That should be good. All right, let's go. Let's begin. Did I turn my lights off too? think it looks better with my light off. This entire game is designed by the author to be very red. Adjust the saturation level to your comfort level, referring to the image above, or leave the settings at default to fully immerse yourself in the atmosphere. What does that mean? Like, do some people get triggered by the color red that needs to turn it off? I don't get it. I'm gonna just press apply. I play the game like this. 1 second. Here we go. Grandma Rita. Where silence reigns unlike the noisy cities. In the darkness that shadows the light, and among the dense forest near a village a secret hides. People whisper tales of a creature living in the dark forest. This is the story of Banebush, a mighty leshy. What is a leshy, man? She looking crazy intense, isn't she? Few have ever faced him directly, yet anyone stepping into the thick of the thicket feels his presence in every trembling leaf, in every crack of the forest. What is this chick talking about, bro? They got Russian monsters, bro? They got some Russian-ass monsters? This game is very red, bro. It is only red. Bees hide in their burrows, birds fall silent, and trees bow to the forest master at the sound of his ancient roots moving. Everyone's blood runs cold in his presence. So this is about some weird Russian woods monster. Like, Russians are tough, bro. So if they scared of something, bro, that shit is a demon, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was feared more than any creature. That's why he's called Banebush. Oh my god, is that? It's hard to see. Is there a thing right here? Sometimes as you wander the forest, you hear creaks and cries. Those are restless souls still roaming among the oaks, seeking peace for their wrongs against the leshy. Oh, that was the thing. That was a thing. That was a thing. For centuries, villagers passed down legends of Banebush, about how he drove travelers mad, leaving them lost in the forest of his terrible deeds. Does it read this? Is there audio in this game? There's no audio, right? Language, English. Skip text. Read. No. About, oh yeah. Anyone who disrespected his realm faced his savage wrath and became food for the worms among the ancient trees. This is a visual novel. We don't really do too many visual novels. Unless it's like anime girl related. Yo, they ODing with this shit, bro. That wasn't even that loud. What the fuck? That was not even that loud. I was just so focused on reading, bro. Like that actually freaked me out. Fear Banebush, child. And if you meet him, run back without looking back. Maybe the game is a little bit too quiet. I'm gonna turn it back up. So now we are Lyoshika. So what? He still roams our forest? Just listen. Yeah, that was a visual. That's a visual novel. Yep. During the bloody times of the patriotic war, our village fell upon hard times. Bandits begun raiding and tormenting the villagers. The strong men who could have resisted the hooligans were taken to the front. Only boys and young lads were left with the girls, no one to defend the village. So the scoundrels ran amok. They took the last dishes, stripped our village to the bone. Only one brave boy decided to help the village. Damn, look how red it is. I'm red too. What the hell? My ass is red, bro. Yo, this is scary. You gotta really immerse yourself in the story, boys. Okay. What would I do if I was in Russia during war and there's a crazy monster running around and bandits? Yeah, I don't even know. He ventured deep into the forest to find Banebush. Our village was part of his domain, so he would protect it if properly asked. He was ready to do anything to drive the cursed outsiders from the village. Oh, so this village is getting ran down, you know? So they need to hit up Banebush for help. They gotta go find the monster for help, bro. Damn. For better or worse, the boy found the Leshy. I thought we were supposed to run away. Is this Banebush? Or is this the grandma? I can't tell. No one knows the outcome of their meeting. Is this the grandma or Banebush? Banebush looks like a tall womanly figure. Some say Banebush took the boy under his protection, turning him into a wild wolf. In his new form, the brave boy tore apart all the marauders, but others claim Banebush destroyed the poor boy to ensure no one disturbed his solitude. Here we go. It doesn't matter who thinks what. What matters is that neither the boy nor the marauders were ever seen again. Okay, can we have no more grandma? I don't want to do the grandma voice anymore, man. Chapter 1. So we know the premise now. Do we play as the boy? Dude, look how red it is. Look at my camera, bro. I look demonic, literally. In my childhood, Grandma told me many stories. The ones about forest spirits and local folklore were my favorites. I will always remember her tales with warmth. I especially loved the stories about the evil Leshy, Banebush, who, according to the legend, lived in the nearby woods. Grandpa often jokingly scared me, saying Banebush would come at night and drag me into the forest if I didn't dig in the garden or misbehaved. A frightened yet truly wonderful and carefree childhood in the village. I miss it. This is kind of cool, right? Y'all like this? Drop some likes if y'all enjoying. After Grandma's death, I inherited their house. Sometimes I feel ashamed that I didn't take care of it. I went once to handle the paperwork, but then never found the time. I'd like to sell it, but who wants an old ramshackle hut in the middle of nowhere? Who would have thought, but now this house has become more useful than ever. Wait, did we inherit Grandma's house in the middle of the woods? Sell that shit, bro. It's no secret that getting involved in criminal schemes can lead to serious trouble. I didn't think it would happen to me this time. I can only hope that Famin and his thugs won't find me here. Oh, maybe our guy owes hella money or some shit and he's running away into the forest to avoid the loan sharks? To lose a package of bagged drugs weighing a couple of kilograms. Fucking awesome. Does our main character deal in drugs? I went to pick up the goods outside the city. Everything was calm and smooth. I arrived at the spot, dug up what I needed, and headed back along the same route. But on the way back, a car cut me off. Clearly, this didn't bode well. Before I could understand anything, I saw 3 hulking men stepping out of the black car with tinted windows. So like men that look like me, I guess, you know, like big hulking men. All right. Whoa, what the fuck, man? Whoa. Of course, with a gun to your head, anyone would hand over the package of drugs without argument. My hide's worth more to me. I'm ready to swear this was a setup by Famin. You should play Quiet Place next. Dude, I heard a lot of people talk about that game. Is that game really good? Warp? Yo, thank you for Super Chat. Warp, thank you. Guys, if you guys enjoy varieties like this and content like this, you gotta support it though, guys, alright? Because this type of content doesn't get much views, so it relies on the few views we have being high quality. Dropping some donations, some memberships, some super chats, like my boy Warp. Thank you very much, Warp. I appreciate it, my man. Thank you for super chat. It will not tick this up because this is with the link in the description below only. But if you use the link below, this will naturally tick up. Okay. Either way, I'm in deep trouble. I know full well how couriers are treated in these situations. So we're a courier for drugs, and then we just got robbed at gunpoint, bro. So now we can't go back to the boss because we don't have the drugs or the money, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if we say we get robbed, we might just get full killed on. So we gotta hide out in the woods with Banebush wood or something. Go to police? What's the point? What would you tell them? That someone stole your drugs? Yeah, you can't say that. What a fairy tale life. I just hope no one knows where I am. Yeah, so basically we just... Yeah, this happens a lot in movies, you know? Like the drug dealing guy gets jammed up and then they stole his supply, and then you go back to your boss with no supply or money, you get killed, you know? You go to police, you go to jail for dealing drugs. You gotta go to the woods. You gotta go to the woods. Yo, what up, Rex? Welcome in, welcome in. I left most of my things in the city. There didn't seem to be a tail. I need to lay low. You boys going to UIC or not? Yeah, we're probably going, Rex. Yeah. I don't think we have any plane tickets and stuff booked, but from my understanding, we're going. Like, we're like 85, 90% going. Are you going, bro? Are you going, bro? Are you back to gaming now? Or are you going as like a manager for fun or something? It would be nice to see you again, Rex. You should pull up. The road from Moscow took about 6 hours. Maybe I can get some sleep. Oh, damn. So we're just dipping, bro. We're on a bus for 6 hours. We're going back into the motherland. Okay, you'll be out there? Alright, sick. Yo, let's meet up, bro. Let's hang out. It felt strange coming back here after so many years. As if I've been avoiding this place all along. Why are we back here with the Bushbane, man? Dude, this really does look like Russia, because it looks like DayZ, and DayZ is based off Russia, and this looks exactly like a DayZ area. During my absence, the village became completely abandoned. In my childhood, it seemed brighter and there were more people. How do you survive in a village like this? Is there like, if the village is abandoned, there's no supermarket. Like, what do you go hunt for food? Yeah, I like this game genre. I'm glad you enjoy it. Now, there's almost no one left. Maybe a dozen of old folk living out their days and me running away from my problems. Okay, if there's 12 people there, there's probably like one person you go to for eggs, one person you go to for vegetables, you know? I quickly found the road. In childhood, my neighbor friend and I often raced from Grandma's house to the bus stop. It seems this path is forever etched in my memory. The house looked old but stood sturdy despite years of loneliness. Those old houses are bomb-proof, man. The roof sagged slightly but looked reliable. The paint had peeled off, revealing the wood darkened by time. Yeah, this house needs a long, extensive repairs. I'm afraid it will cost more than the house itself. Ooh. Alright, what are we doing? Do we check out the house or do we look around? We have to check out the house first, right? This is our childhood home. Let's check out the house. Here we go. Dude, that sound, bro. I hate that sound, man. Holy shit, I hate that sound, bro. Oh, dude, I actually, like, visually, like, cringe if I hear that shit in real life, bro. That or like this, when you rub plastic together, it makes that chicka sound, you know? I hate those sounds, bro. The door yields to my efforts with a loud creak. The influx of air stirred the dust, making a swirl around the entire room. Wow, there's cobwebs everywhere. We're living here? Damn. Everything looks as if it had stopped from the moment I was last here. Ooh, we can look around. Look at some of the photos on the wall. On the wall, in an ornate wooden frame, hung a photograph of Grandma Rita. Her face in the photo, taken on Photocore was calm with a faint trace of fatigue. There was nothing special about this photo except for the quiet sadness of the days long gone by. So our grandma's has been out, you know. Our grandma's been out. Gas stove. On the stove, covered in a thick layer of greasy dust, stood an old kettle with worn spots on his body. Grandpa used it to brew fragrant morning tea for Grandma and me, made from carefully grown harvested herbs, mint, lemon, balm, and oregano. Yo, that sounds bomb. That sounds bomb. Ever since that one time I was sick and I got like a peppermint lemon tea from Starbucks, bro, I've been a big what did I almost say? I've been a big tea guy, bro. I enjoy me some nice, like, minty lemon tea, bro. Here we go. I remember during one of these tea times, Grandma was baking something delicious in the oven while telling me how Dad and Grandpa spent an entire day bringing the stove from a neighboring town. That was right after Grandma complained to Grandpa that her stone stove had cracked. At the time, gas was just being installed in the village, and the stove became a new wonder of technology for her, as she liked to say. Okay. I like the games where you zoom in, you know, when you click it zooms in. This game doesn't really zoom in. On the shelf stood an old TV with a large crack on the screen. As far as I remember, it didn't work. Father accidentally broke it when we were sorting through things in the house after Grandma's death. Back in early 2000s, Mom and Dad brought it for the elders, spending parts of their savings. I remember us all sitting together in front of it, listening to Grandpa swearing as he adjusted the antenna to get a signal. Now the TV was just a gloomy witness to past joys, silent and covered in dust. Dude, I feel like there's a chance I encounter some shit like this in my life, bro. Like, if my mom randomly gets passed down some house in Vietnam and we go back to check on it, like, this experience is not out of the realm of reality for me, you know? Grandma baking kids in the ovens, my guess. Excuse me? This was no longer the cozy summer retreat where I used to spend my time with pleasure. Peeling walls, dust everywhere, a greasy bedspread from the Perkastina era, and the smell of old mold. I managed to pay for the electricity and gas in the city. There's enough food for tonight, and tomorrow I can go to the village store. Okay, there's a village store. After all, the house had everything needed to lay low for a while. This is a good spot to lay low. Ain't nobody finding your dumb ass in here, bruh. The time was 8:31, 2 bars of signal, July 5th. Ooh, yo, if you can have internet here, that could be a pretty nice getaway, bro. I always wanted to go to, like, a winter cabin getaway, bro. I feel like a winter cabin getaway with a girl, bro, you know, that feels like a good time. That feels like a really good time. Of course, a couple of missed calls from my friends. Yeah, we're not answering those. Maybe I should turn off my phone just in case. Yeah, what happens if they track your phone, bro? Dude, get a new phone, get a new carrier, get all that shit new if you're bouncing, bro. I doubt Foeman would think to track me through my phone. Is that me? The bed, which had miraculously survived all this time, creaked. Old springs were felt beneath the thick fabric. This is a bed? I thought this was a couch. What a dump, I thought. In my childhood memories, the house really looked better. It was alive. It's hard to imagine how my grandparents lived their whole conscious lives here. Well, it probably was better back then, okay? Like, you did leave this shit abandoned for like 20 years, dude. I think they would have been happy anywhere together. Mom said that when Grandpa died, Grandma took it really hard. Her health quickly deviated, and she refused to go to a hospital in the city, no matter how much my mom insisted. That's the scary thing, man. Once one of your parents die, it feels like the other one is like on a clock, low key. Cause, like, you know, they spent their whole life together, man. It's like they hold on for each other, you know what I'm saying? So once one of them drops, it's like, dude, it's like, I don't know, it's like after your comfy host dies, it's really hard to survive, you know? It's really, really hard. I hope they're happy together now. I need to stop thinking about sad things. It's depressing enough, right? Did you bring like a laptop at least, bro? Stop ruining an already lousy mood. If this was me, bro, and I had to dip out and run away and lay low for a while, I would get a laptop, go, you know, in some bumblefuck nowhere state, Okay, rent like a small room, and then I just play TFT all day, and I get crazy good. I get challenger at TFT until I could see civilization again. All right, let's make some tea. The flame ignited. Looks like the gas is still on. Dude, you're just leaving this on? Damn, it's all such a blur. Thoughts about the bastards I'm hiding from wouldn't leave my mind. How long can I stay hauled up in this dump? Like a mouse? A month? A year? And if they find me, then what? Then you're dead, bro. If they find you, you're full dead, dude. It's clear that they won't listen to me. First, they'll break my fingers, then toss me off a bridge in the river. Maybe they'll give me a chance to work it off, and then I'll have to slave away for them for free for who knows how long. Easy money turned into problems. I don't know how to fix it. Damn, he was just like a mule, I think the term is. In endless attempts to figure out how to cover the loss, I achieved nothing. My savings were around 90 grand. Wow. He has a good amount of save. 90 grand. You can go, dude, you can go to a different country and make a whole new life for yourself with 90 grand, I'm pretty sure, right? If you're in Russia, come to America, 90 grand. 90 grand will get you on your feet, bro. It will get you on your feet, my man. Of course, that's not enough to pay them off or to replace the goods, and I don't have the right connections. Package delivery coordinates were given anonymously. The only person I know is Pashima Faman, a recruiter in this business, and incidentally, a 2-meter tall boxer and enforcer. Aye. Now I regret abandoning my attempts to succeed in tech repair, but back then it was a struggle to make ends meet. Oh boy, this game is just a lot of reading, man. I don't know if I dig the game. Do y'all dig the game, bro? It's legit a lot of reading. I started to drift off to sleep. One by one, childhood images came to mind. Children's laughter, bright sunlight, happiness, and no responsibility. I hear a little buzz. My biggest fear back then was Grandma scolding me if I didn't come home before dark. Damn, it's really unsettling, the little buzzing. If only I could stay in that moment, I'd never have ended up in the situation I'm in now. Unfortunately, time doesn't lie and life moves on. I dreamt of a football field that was the pride of our village. Sturdy goals, even with nets, just like the real football players. As kids, we'd play football in the field all day long. Friendship, laughter, gum, fresh air. In the evening, Grandma waited at home with a warm tea and the most delicious food in the world, made with love. Damn, how much was he carrying if he got 90 grand campaign? He's carrying a lot, bro. Yeah, he was moving a lot, bro. I think, dude, you'd be surprised. Like, a backpack full of drugs is, like, probably, like, $500,000 or something, bro. Because they divide it up, and it becomes, like, that backpack is probably, like, thousands of little baggies that cost, like, $10, $25 each, you know? Like, it's a lot. In the dream, a memory appeared as if it were real. One evening, in a midsummer, I decided to take a shortcut through the forest to Grandma's house. The local boy said that you could notably shorten the route if you went straight through it without turning. I was running late for dinner because of an overly long game of football. The forest surrounding our village was very dense and impenetrable. I wrestled with the many voices of nature, as if trying to drown out the sounds of the village bustle. Grandma and Grandpa never let me wander through it, warning me that I'd get lost and a wolf would take me away. I moved straight ahead, confident. I was heading in the right direction. The sunlight filtered through thick branches, casting a play of light and a shadow on the ground. The forest grew more eerie. I began to feel as if someone was watching me. The thicket grew denser around me. I started to realize that I'd been walking too long. Even the boys said it wasn't far. Wandering along forest paths and aimlessly weaving between trees, I completely lost my way. I'm lost! Am I going to die in the forest? I thought on the verge of tears. Wait, is he awake now? Is he awake now? Where are we going, boys? Left, straight, or right? If we don't know where we're going, we should not go directionally. Because we might not remember the way back. So we should just keep going straight, in my opinion. I'm going to go straight. I think we're in a dream. Go straight. I'm going to just keep going straight. At least it's easy to go home. I can't tell if we're going anywhere. The dense grove stretched endlessly. The crunch of dry leaves echoed underfoot, and the air was filled with the forest scents. I took a deep breath, hoping to catch the scent of pine needles and fresh moss. But a stench appearing out of nowhere sharply hit my nose. I grimaced and held my breath, peering into the thicket. Suddenly, a dark and terrifying hunched figure leapt out of the forest. A monster wrapped in roots like an armor materializing among the trees and stared straight into me. My heart pounded out of my chest and a long scream escaped my mouth. Yo, run back, just run straight back. Without realizing it, I bolted with all my strength. I leapt over obstacles, scratched myself on brushes, anything to keep me from stopping. My lungs felt like they were about to burst, but I kept running without looking back. That was a dream, bro. That was a dream, dude. Damn, we knocked out for like 10 minutes, and then we had a crazy dream like that? Yeah, my first reaction to the dream slipped out loud. What a load of crap. I almost forgotten about the incident. Back then, crying, scratched up, I ran home shouting, "Grandma, I saw Banebush in the forest." After my outburst, my mom gave her a hard scolding, saying her scary tales are driving me crazy. It seems like it was after that incident that I started having nightmares so often. So maybe mom was right. Without grandma's creepy stories, I might have been less jumpy. Oh, damn. This is an intense game. Long ago, convinced myself that back then, my overactive imagination mistook a tree stump for a monster. I still don't know what I saw that day, but one image always remains in my memories of it. A leshy, as Grandma described it in her tale, stood in the middle of the forest staring at me with his red eyes. My thoughts were interrupted by a sharp knock on the window as if someone had thrown a stone at it. Yo, they found us? They couldn't have tracked me, could they? I think it's probably some other villagers. No, Faman shouldn't even know about this place unless he tracks me through my phone. No, that's just paranoia. I don't want to cut myself off completely. I need to check what it was. I think it's a neighbor. There was nothing outside, just a yard as usual, just run down. If life gets better, I'll definitely tidy this place up. My grandma and grandpa really love this place. I need to pay my respects to my departed relatives. What the fuck? What the fuck? What are you where are you flying, you crazy bird? Totally lost to scaring me like that, you lunatic. This kind of stress could send me into an early grave. City or here, it's all a madhouse. It dropped a note or something, though. I need to relax, pour some tea, and eat something. I cleared the table and started preparing my first dinner in the village in a long time. I pulled out bagels and a couple of candles from my backpack, hastily brought at a kiosk near station. I brewed myself a green tea with mint. Dude, I want me a nice green tea with mint and lemon. That shit would be bomb. Funny, it looked just like it did in high school or in childhood. Those were good times. Even last week wasn't so bad. Pushing away gloomy thoughts, I took a sip from my mug, imagining it was the same tea Grandpa used to brew for me as a child. But alas, the taste was far from the same. I felt a little better, but I couldn't sleep peacefully without making it making sure another bird wouldn't fly into my window at night. Just close the window, bro. Dude, there was a note. It's already dark outside. I looked around to try and spot the crow, but there was no one in sight. The same overgrown yard and dense forest with the trees swaying gloomingly in the shadows. Damn, motherfucker just sleeps in the living room? Damn. Damn. This is intense. Are y'all enjoying the game, bro? I feel like the game is a little bit boring for you guys. I don't know. I'm not seeing much chat interaction, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not seeing, I don't know. This might be a one and done stream, bro. Tonight I could really use a good rest. But anyways, anxious thoughts crept into my mind before sleep. A coffin of my body slowly lowers into the grave. Each thud of the earth on the lid sounds like a final heartbeat. I'm gone. Just cold silence remains. My body will dissolve into the earth, decay, and become food for the worms. Mom will stand at the grave, her eyes swollen from tears, unable to believe her only son was in a wooden box. Will she think it was some mistake, that I'll rise at any moment to hug her? What will I leave behind? Everything that seemed important will turn to dust and rot with me. I will be forgotten. Everything I did, good or bad, it will all be swallowed by the earth. Damn. Damn. It's a lot of reading. Yeah, it's a lot of reading. In the dead of the night, something suddenly yanked me out of sleep. The village nighttime silence was deafened by an insectant, nerve-wracking buzzing. A stubborn fly, as if choosing me as its nighttime victim, ruthlessly disturbed the peace. I'm gonna hit him one of those. Oh, not this again. I got up from the bed. That's a really big fly, by the way, and looked out the window at the silhouettes of the dark forest swallowed by the night. The stubborn fly incessantly crawled on the glass. I stood watching the insect, feeling anxiety creep over my mind for no apparent reason. Dude, my boy's having nightmares on cooldown. Chapter 2. My boy's having nightmares on cooldown, bro. Let's go. We ain't got no support for this variety tonight, guys. Anyone enjoy the variety tonight enough to support it? If we don't get any support tonight, I think this might be a one and done variety, boys. We might not be able to finish up the game. I think the game takes a few hours at least. The ancient mattress feels like it was specifically designed to destroy my back. As usual, I woke up drenched in the cold sweat, thanks to another stress-induced nightmare. Well, no comfort, but I'm alive. Fair trade, I guess. Outside the window, it was a gray and overcast night. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything good will happen today, but I'm used to that. After stretching a bit, I decided to take a walk around this god-forsaken village. I kept thinking about the local store. Hopefully, it hasn't closed yet. Otherwise, I'd have to rely on my childhood survival skills and go stealing apples from abandoned lots. How simple and carefree it would be to wander around looking for dubious food, if not for my current less than legal affairs. But who am I without them? Alright, let's go look for some food. Yeah, the sounds of the flies are crazy, huh? I need to stock up on food for a couple of days and see what's going on around here. Maybe I'll run into some locals, get the news, and find out how life has changed in this corner of the world since I was last here. The early morning in the backwater was wrapped in an eerie an eerie calm, as if everything else here was already dead, not asleep. The air was fresh, as if it was washed with fabric softener, and cold. It cut straight to the bone. For July 6th, it was unusually cold, almost jacket weather. Still, there was something about this morning scenery that momentarily brought back a taste of life. It felt like I was 12 again. I remembered how, as kids, we'd run from here from early morning, darting between houses with a neighbor boy, under the grumbling shouts of old folk and barking of dogs from the other yards. The air filled my lungs, and my head even spun lightly from its freshness. The scent of grass and damp earth surrounded me. It felt pleasant. It was unusual to breathe so easily. Not as usual with the city dust and grime. Are we going to the local thing? Walking through the village, it seemed to slow down myself, adapting to its rhythm, its leisure pace of life. The silence and calm around me unintentionally made me reflect on the past and ponder the future. Here comes the money. Yo, Warp coming in with a 50 bomber. Thank you, Warp, for the donation, my man.
Warp donated $50 to make it rain. I can't
Let's go.
really
Thank you,
watch
Warp.
cause I'm at work, so it just sounds like I'm listening to an audio-mated chapter book.
Yeah, it is a bit of an audiobook, right? Well, the visuals don't add much to it, Warp. Thank you for the donation, man. I'm glad you're enjoying. Yep. It's a lot of reading, but I kind of like reading and doing the different voices and all that, you know? I feel like at nighttime, this is something nice to fall asleep to, you know? Now, that's a sound we like, baby. Let's go, Alan. Thank you, Warp, for the donation, my man. I really appreciate the support, my man. Let's go. Let's go. Guys, make sure to drop a thank you to Warp if you guys enjoying, guys, because this was about to get axed. Alright, this game is about to get axed if it's not for my boy Warp. I will check out the game you're talking about, though, Warp. What was the game again? Quiet Place. DM me that on Discord, bro, so I remember after the stream. That might be our next variety, bro. Thank you, Warp, for the donation, my man. I looked at the empty windows and peeling walls. People used to live here, but now everything is crumbling, as if mocking my memories. Now there was only decay and an oppressive sense that the past was what the fuck is this word? Irrevocably gone. Let's go. I was almost at the store when my gaze caught on a house to the left. Once a sweet old lady lived there, a darling granny. She always sat by her house, offering us apples if we showed her where the Big Dipper was in the sky. Of course, we didn't know where the Big Dipper was and just pointed randomly at the sky. Granny didn't seem to care. She gave us apples anyway, cackling to herself. Now her house was completely... Damn, I'm learning some big words today. Dipillated? What is this word? Dipillated. How do you even say this? Let's learn some words together, guys, so we can sound smart. Dipillated. A building in a state of disrepair or ruin. Dilapidated. Oh, dilapidated. Oh, I know this word.
Dilapidated.
I know dilapidated. Okay. I didn't... Why did I read as dipillated? Oh, yeah. Dilapidated. But the apple tree behind the house was still standing. Maybe I should pick a couple of apples for breakfast. At least I'd save some money. Okay. My stomach was already growling with hunger. It was time to decide where to get food today. To the right was a store where I figured I could grab a bite, assuming there was anything left inside. To the left was an abandoned lot with a crooked fence behind which the apple tree stood still. I stopped, pondering where to go. Apple tree or the shop, boys? What are we thinking? Me, personally, I'm a big apple guy. You know? I like apples. Apples and grapes are my favorite fruit. Okay? I think we should check the shop, though, because we can't get full off apple, man. You know? I'm thinking the shop is the play. Let's check out the shop. Let's check out the shop. I stopped 5 steps away from the store, which looked almost comically like an island of nostalgia in this forgotten place. Old but sturdy, the peeling grocery sign above the door seemed inviting, despite its worn appearance. The windows were intact, and Though through their cloudy plains, you could see shelves displayed filled with something. The building's age seemed didn't seem dilapidated. Instead, it gave character, speaking of the quiet confidence and resilience against time. Dedenne coming in with a gift membership. Thank you, Dedenne. Late getting here, big football game today? Oh snap, you playing Ladash or like you're cheering for a family member? Good luck, man. I know you're a football guy, Ladash. Thank you for the gift membership today. We're reading some Russian scary stuff, and I'm completely red right now, Ladash. Welcome in. Das bomb, Alan. Das bomb. The air around was filled with the same familiar sense of the village. For a moment, I felt like a kid again, coming to the store for ice cream in a waffle clone. Thank you, Dedenne. Thank you, Warp. Oop. Closed. There has to be someone in the only store in the village. Hey, anyone there? The sound of my own voice felt deafening in the silence. I kept tugging at the handle, not giving up on opening the door. Hey! Someone called out behind me, and I flinched as hard so hard I can almost lost my balance. Mario looking dude. Young man, why are you banging on the door? Ah, sorry, I thought the store was still open. It is open, just no one's inside. Do you need to buy something? Yeah, I want to see what you've got. Well, come on, I'll show you what we've got. I haven't seen you around here before. You a visitor? Maybe how the store works, guys, is like someone in the village operates the store, and you have to go to the house and find him, and then he'll walk to the store with you and open it up with their key. In small villages, I think they do some shit like that, you know? So that there's not just a guy standing in the store all day, right? I haven't seen you around here. You a visitor? I nodded in agreement. What's your name? I'm Alexei. I introduced myself a bit awkwardly. Ah.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Ayashigya. You want anything? I gritted my teeth. I hate being called Ayashliya. Let's just go with Alexei. Well, Alexei. Name's, Stepan. Stepan Ledimov I don't know, man. I don't know. Pleased to meet you. I shook hands with my new acquaintance who seemed to be a local, though didn't remember him at all. Well, come on. What are you standing around for? Yeah, I think he's the store owner. Stefan took out a bunch of keys, felt around for the right one, and calmly unlocked the store. I followed him inside and found myself in a dark room. Hold on, Alexei, just a second. What's he fiddling with in the dark? Looking for a sturdy stick to... I'll turn on the light just a moment. Why did his face super change? You from the city? Yeah, from Moscow. I muttered reluctantly. I'm not used to sharing personal details with strangers, but Moscow is so huge that this information didn't really mean anything. Oh, really? So what are the young folk in the capital up to these days? I don't know why I made him southern, but... What's the synopsis of the game? Our grandma used to tell us stories about like a monster in the woods back when we lived in a village. We grew up, we moved to the city, started being a drug mule, and then a drug mule, like a mission went wrong and they stole our drugs, and now we can't go back, so we're hiding out in our grandma's old house in the village. Oh, really? Okay. Do you have a profession at least? The question was asked with such intensity that for a moment it felt like a schoolboy being called into the principal's office. However, I decided not to dodge and answered with a partial truth. Yeah, I studied to be an electrician in college. I smirked to myself. No way I'm telling him my actual profession. See, that's the actual profession. I was just talking about Ladash. Oh no. Oh ho, an electrician. That's a wonderful trade. You know, my radio here recently stopped working. Maybe you could give it a look at, electrician. I can't pay you for the repair. No money to spare these days, but I'll treat you to some tea. Okay, of course. But I bet I can handle an old radio. I remember back then I was studying to be an electrician. I went to a couple of practical training out of pure curiosity. The job wasn't hard. Maintenance of apartment buildings, electrical panels. I once even found a stash that a courier colleague had seemingly hidden quite securely. I glanced at Stepan again, then shifted my gaze to the old radio sitting on the edge of the table. This, right? Why not help the old man? The radio's probably one of the very few forms of entertainment here. Alright, let me have a look at it. Yes, it's over there. Go ahead and take a look. I'll take a look. As expected, an old radio clearly made in the Soviet Union. My grandpa had one like it. I think if I tried, I could probably find it somewhere in their attic. Honestly, I think fixing it shouldn't be too difficult. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, we got one of these puzzles. Okay, let's do this. This has to be like this. This has to be like this. This one doesn't do anything. I think we need to power all of these. Yeah. Okay, isn't everything connected? Oh, not this one. That should be it. Everything is connected. Seal this off. Seal this off. That looks correct to me, bro. Looks like it's ready. Time to test it. Oh, look, it's working. Well, you've got golden hands. A real craftsman, I can tell. You know, the radio isn't just an ordinary one. One time, there was a funny story about it. My cat back then, Yisha, little black devil he was, and I closed the store and sat down for dinner. Well, sort of. I sat down at the table and gave the cat some soup in his bowl. I turn on the radio and they're talking about some kind of dance music. I hear Visha start meowing, and suddenly, as the music starts playing, he gets up and starts dancing on his hind legs. I laughed so hard. Later, I tried playing music for him again, but he gave me a lazy look and went to sleep. That's a good story. Engineer Phil, you already know? Rank 1 engineer. Stepan looked at me as if he was gauging my reaction to the story. But I was just sitting there, confused. Oh wait, I'm messing up the voices. Thank you, Alexei. We won't die of boredom now, that's for sure. It's nothing. I gave a crooked smile and spread my hands. Well, as promised, let's go. I'll pour you some tea. You'll have to tell me how city folk live these days. Yo, I'm here to buy some stuff, bro. I haven't eaten anything since the morning. The old man seemed nice enough. I figured I wouldn't say no to some tea. I nodded in agreement. Bro, we gotta buy some food. I gotta buy some food, man. Walking behind Stefan into another room, I couldn't shake the intense image of a cat dancing on his hind legs. Bottle with murky liquid. Toolkit. Yo. Hey, yo. What the hell? Boar, a taxidermy, and a photo. Yo, where am I? Where am I? What's going on? Let's check out the toolkit. The tools hang in a neat row, looking more like decorations. It's obvious some haven't been used in ages. The rust and dust speak for themselves. Stephen probably used to do a lot of handiwork back in the day. Is that moonshine, I thought? It looked like a regular village hooch, but with the added bonus of a couple of flies floating inside. Just looking at the bottle made me queasy. Stephen probably forgot about it ages ago. An old photo in a crooked frame, clearly not hung yesterday. Who is she? Probably Stephen's mother or wife. She looked as stern as my college instructor. A boar's stuffed head on the wall. I never understood how anyone could like that. It looks silly with those bulging eyes exposed and tusked. Yeah, even though I'm a big fan of like firearms and all that, I'm never big into that hunting stuff. I guess like if you have a cabin, it would be cool to like, if you like actually hunted a deer, to hang it up, you know, as a trophy. That'd be kind of cool, but I don't know. I'd only hang like one. You know, some people have whole rooms full of taxidermy animals. I think that's too much. Like if I ever went hunting, which I've never went hunting before, I'd get like one. I should go hunting one day. That sounds like it would be fun. It's clear no one has touched it for years, so dust. I cautiously surveyed the storage of the room. The air was thick with a musty scent of wood, sweet mold, and some kind of pickled goods. Sweet mold? What is sweet mold? Stephen, visibly excited by the unexpected company, set down some brewing tea. Stephen sat down at the table. He looked at me, barely holding back the questions that were about to burst out of him. It was clear that the old man didn't often have guests and was genuinely happy to chat with me. That's good. That's good. So, how do you like it here? Not many folk from the city wander this way. It is, Lidash, isn't it? I don't think it's as fast as that game, but it's interesting you remember that. That was from a long time ago, Lidash. It was from a long time ago. I noticed how Stephen tried to hide his awkward excitement behind a smile. I smiled back, deciding to keep the conversation going. Yeah, it's really different here. Quiet, homely, cows, goats. I listed the first things that came to mind. You rarely see this kind of stuff in the city. Stephen nodded and lost in the thought, still holding his cup. So what brings you here? I paused to think about how I would answer him. Obviously, I can't tell him I was hiding from some shady characters. He might report me to the cops. I could just say I came to my grandparents' house, or make something up that I'm here to buy a house. Yeah, I think we're just gonna... There's nothing wrong with telling him we're going to our grandma's house, right? I'm here to tidy up my grandparents' house. Which ones? Stephen seemed to ponder, shifting through memories of the remaining elders in the backwater. I decided not to make him guess. They're not here anymore with us. Margarita and Nikola Pelov. That's the most Russian name, Nikola Pelov. Oh, I see. You're Rita and Koyal's grandson. Ah, they were wonderful people. I can still picture them in their youth. Young folk always flock to the cities, but here in the village, you know, it has its own charms. Rita and Koya understood that better than anyone. Back in the day, we were close friends with them. In the winter, we sled like crazy, and in the spring times, some in the garden, others in the fields from morning till night. And when summer came, everyone relaxed body and soul, Russian baya, fishing, all sorts of summer celebrations. Stephen paused and gave me a piercing look as if trying to see if I understood what he was talking about. By the way, today is going to be one of the most important ones. Why? Why? The night of July 6th and 7th is Ivan Klupa night, if you don't know. We loved that holiday when we were young. The soul, as they say, longed for song. We jump over a bonfire, tell stories of all sorts spooky tales. They said on the Kupla night, devils crawled out of their holes. In our village, people always believed in all sorts of devilry. We were old believers. They were so scared you couldn't drag them into the woods by the arms and legs on Koopa night. Oh my god, why did we come on some supernatural day where demons come out, by the way? So anyway, I remember one of the nights the whole village was out celebrating again. The guys were singing songs and lighting fires, while the girls were as usual doing fortune telling. They put flower crowns on their heads and run into the riverbook. They let the crowns float on the water to learn their fate. Whether it drifted, that's where the groom would come from. If it washed the shore, no wedding that year. Oh, okay. It is some tradition. Well, that's all folklore, of course. Your granny Ritisha sent her crown down the river too. And can you believe it? It floated a little, then shot forward like a Kloopa himself was steering it. And right there, on the other side, was Kayan. Girls started giggling right away, and Kayan, clueless as ever, just barely managed to catch it. Ritika as she jumped into his arms. Damn, that's how they pick girls back then, bro? They just put some shit down the river, and whoever gets it gets that girl. Yo, if a baddie throws one down, I bet you mad guys are fucking, like, jumping at that river, bro. Let's go.
Dash donated $20. Hold out the baked green pea snacks for this one.
Dash, thank you for the donation. Well, what do we have here? If they're not harvest snaps, lightly salted. What do we have here? You talking about some of these? You probably have a similar, if not the same brand in America. Boom. 5 grams of protein, that's not bad. That's not bad. What the hell? It's another horror game. This is not the horror game I'm thinking of. Get back to this horror game. Exactly that one, see? There you go. Thank you for donation, Lash. Ah, they were good people. Well, never mind. Stephen's words hang in the silence. Even the wind outside seemed to quiet. The story about my grandma and grandpa, simple yet so vivid, really struck to me. I had seen them in old photos, younger, happier than I remembered. Were they really like that, jumping over bonfires, weaving flower crowns? I suddenly felt a strange bitterness, realizing how little I actually knew about them. Yeah, we only know our grandparents when they're old. Our grandparents were young ones too, you know? What did they say about me now? The thought planted itself deep, but I quickly brushed it aside to avoid diving further. You know, Alexi, in our village, sometimes it's like a fairy tale, I'd say. But not always the kind with a happy ending. What the fuck do you mean by that, boss? So you better be careful around here. I tensed up and raised an eyebrow, not hiding my surprise. What do you mean? Well, you see, a couple of years back, a family moved here from Moscow. They said they were looking for peace and quiet and tranquility. So they arrived with 2 young sons in a tow. And those rascals found no better pastime than to turn the whole village upside down. Every night, their revelry made a racket like a festival, but there was no joy in it. We tried talking to them nicely, you know, but they couldn't care less. So anyway, we fucking killed them. One Koopa night, they decided to have their own kind of fun. They dragged some girl from a neighboring village and headed to the river. Through the forest where some locals even hesitate to tread during the day. What the fuck is this? There's a body floating in the water. They probably thought they'd find magic in the forest or whatever you city folk go are after. Night passed, and by morning, they were nowhere to be found. The police searched the whole forest with dogs, but only found the girl by nightfall. They said she was scared to death, couldn't speak, and only muttered and blabbled incoherently. As for the boys, all that was left were a couple of bloodied scraps of clothing. It was like the earth swallowed them whole. Damn. Damn. He's saying don't make a ruckus, bro. You'll disappear. The distant officer told me back then that the punks probably got the girl drunk and wanted to violate her. Hey, what the hell? You know what? Kill those guys. They dragged her into the forest, but no one could figure out what happened to them after that. They tried questioning the girl, but she couldn't say anything. Then or later, her eyes kept darting around, and she just kept mumbling something endlessly, so they couldn't figure out anything back then. The investigation concluded later. Apparently, some forest beast had mauled them, and to calm the villagers, they made our forester Peshidov set up traps in the forest to keep the beasts away from the homes. Damn. Don't be acting up in this village at night, bro. They'll full kill you, bro. Somewhere deep in my subconscious, the image of Tarkov emerged, and my imagination instinctively tied the events to him. After all, encountering him in the forest years ago had convinced me that some fairy tales don't lie. Did we really convince them, though? Or run into them? I brushed the thought aside and asked the first question that popped into my head. Maybe the Leshy took them. Oh, he smiled. Maybe the Leshy took them, or maybe it was the beast. That's for each person to decide what to believe and what to think. And the investigation will decide for itself what to write in the report. I think I heard enough local tales for today. I really have focused on figuring out how to solve my own problems. Time to head home. Wait, I didn't even buy food yet, bro. Step in. Thanks for the tea and talk. I should get going. I want to tidy up the house. Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead. Thanks again for fixing the radio. If you need anything, feel free to drop by. Here, take some bagels. Have some with the tea. My treat. Okay, we got ourselves some food. Bro. Bag secured. Yo, these are so addicting, Ladash. What the hell? These are crazy addicting. I didn't want to refuse and disappoint the old man. Besides, I originally came here for food. Thank you. Goodbye. Stephen kept beaming his trademark smile. I smiled back at him and stepped outside. Is he evil or not, guys? What do y'all think? I think he's chill. Oh my god, Katie. What's up, Veshka? Had your fill of roaming? Well, come on in. What are you standing there for? Oh, did he live in the store? I think compared to normal chips, these are relatively healthy though, right? Yeah, sodium is 3% of the daily amount per serving. And it's 22 pieces a serving. You can eat a bunch of these, bro. I think you'll be alright. I slightly scolded myself for spending the whole day listening to strange old man stories instead of tackling my real problems. The stories were interesting, but I had to return to my grim reality. Yeah, I don't think these are that bad for you, actually. Like, they're not like you're eating like a bag of Doritos. If you're eating a bag of Doritos, that shit is bad for you. Approaching my new home, I was already anticipating collapsing onto the creaky prehistoric bed with a satisfied face. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. Wait, why? Are those the mobsters after us? Parked in front of my house was an old ZAV2108 with 3 familiar faces inside. Oh no, they found us. Shit. It was a Pashka farm and his goons. Vaisha and the third one. Can't remember his name. Oh fuck, we gotta get the hell out of here, bro. They found us. We came here on bus, man. How did they find us? Well, hello there, villager. Yeah, hey. I replied trying to hide my tension. Fuck, I'm so screwed. So, what the fuck are you doing here, Ayasha? You have any idea how much of a pain in the ass it was to come all this way to the backwater? Oh, brother. How the hell did you even find me? Your phone? Shut your fucking mouth and listen. If you worked longer and more honestly, maybe we'd figured out that we'd figure out to stash your work SIM card up your ass. Oh man, it was off the SIM card. So we promote you, send you on a big job, and you thank us by running off with our stuff? You know exactly what happens to smart asses like you, huh? Fama, I had nothing to do with it. When I was transporting the stuff, a car cut me off and some assholes with a gun took all your shit. What the fuck? You seriously think I'm that stupid? Foma, I've always done my job honestly. This looks like a setup. Maybe you sent those bastards yourselves and are trying to screw me over. Are you fucking kidding me? Who are you doubting right now? Do you think it's hard for me to off you and bury you out here? No one's ever gonna find you, dumbass. I'm not trying to act tough on him, calm down. How am I supposed to get you the stuff I don't have? I don't give a damn, you bitch. Do whatever you want. Give birth or shit it out. The situation was escalating. You need a dip. You cannot be having a conversation with this guy, bro. You on track to get full killed right here, bro. You are truly on track to get full killed right now. I want the stuff in my hands by morning. Try to run, you won't be able to walk anymore. Capiche? Well, except to piss and shit yourself. Got it, Ayosha? Got it. Okay, we gotta go. Naturally. No, they're not gonna let us out of their sight. If they're smart, they don't let us out of their sight. We'll run again. Wow, really? They're gonna leave? The sound of the departing core engine started the cooldown. Wait, they're just gonna leave us? We're just gonna run again. Bastards. Great hiding spot. I told you it was the phone, man. I told you it was the phone, bro. You stupid. Imagine trying to bug out and still keeping your phone and SIM card. You are retarded for that. So what now? What if I sell the house and use the money to buy drugs to place the last shipment? No, selling the house is a hassle. Finding a buyer would take forever. And at best, I get 100 grand out of it. You get 100 grand for this piece of shit? Really? Yo, we gotta team up with the old dude and kill these guys. 2v3. Shit, what the fuck do I do now? In despair, I grabbed my head and I wanted to tear out my hair, scream, break everything, but none of that would help. The helplessness was driving me insane. Yo, we might have to do 3v3. Me, old man, and Banebush. If the world turns its back on you, go to the forest. There, you'll find either salvation or death. The forest is honest. I suddenly remember my grandmother's words as clearly as if her voice was speaking right next to me. Damn, are we going in the forest? Yeah, we need to hit that guy up for help today. I'm screwed anyway. What's the difference does it make it? There's always something strange about this place. The old folks' stories, the vanished people, the whispers in the forest. I looked out the window. We gotta get my boy to help us, the forest monster. The forest is honest, I kept repeating to myself, staring at the dark grove. Going there was madness. Yes, but at least I'd have some kind of choice. There's no other way. A few minutes into the journey and the trees closed in around me as if blocking my path. Stepping forward was terrifying, but staying still was even worse. Bruh. I think we're gonna leave it here and save it for next time, guys. This is a nice little cliffhanger, right? For y'all to tune in next time. There's a nice little cliffhanger here now. That's probably gonna be it for today, guys. If we go into the forest, I think there's gonna be a really long arc, and it's already late. It's 1 a.m. where I'm at. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the stream, guys. Big shout out to all the supporters of today's stream, guys. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned where we're probably finishing off this story tomorrow, maybe? Next time? I don't know. I don't know how long the game is, but we've been playing it for like an hour so far. And I don't imagine these games are crazy long. Thank you for remembering up. By the way, Suna, Meowster coming in with a donation. A2 with a donation. Royal Pink for remembering up. BZ with a donation. Chi for the 11 months. Warp with a super chat. Warp with a huge donation. Thank you, Warp. And Ladash with a donation closing us off. As well as Dedenne for gifting a membership. Thank you guys all for watching the stream. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Type in chat if you guys want a good night. Good night, Ladash. Good night, Warp. I'm glad you enjoy it, Warp. I was kind of worried that the stream wouldn't do well, man. Because people are really quiet in chat. But it seems like people are just really invested in the story, you know? Good night, Stolas. Good night, Hardy. Good night, Ladash. Good night, Splat. Good night, Alan. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the music. See you all tomorrow.